Hey, Fanboy Nation.
This is your pal Daffy Duck, and you're watching.
We're watching Fanboy.
Fanboy, etc.
Fanboy Nation.
Dot, I assume Tom.
Vishy Ayyar and Taylor Treadwell. It's a pleasure to meet the both of you. We are talking about American Warrior. Taylor, you know, you're co-starring with the star and the co-writers. So how much freedom did you really have when he had way too much pull and sway?
Well, the good thing is he is what I would call a collaborator. So, you know, any thoughts that I had, you know, with the script, in the character, the arc of their love story, you know, I had some thoughts about it and you know, scenes I wanted to add. And, you know, he was open, of course, our director, Gustavo Martin. And, you know, that's sort of the power, I think, of independent film, too, is that collaborative process. So, yeah, he had all the power, but he didn't act like it. He's a very humble guy. Yeah.
Be a little honest. You mispronounced a couple of things, and then he got on your case, and he's like, "That's it. We got to do this again. You said the wrong word." Like, I know how writers are, so. Yeah. No, Vishy, congratulations on this, playing Jai, MMA fighter with a struggling past. Usually, we don't see an Indian character in this type of role. You know, usually, especially in America. In America, he's always the science, you know, the computer science engineer. And this time, you know, and the argument with the family and the cousin, and you know, at some points, I really wanted to kick Omi the way he was talking to Jai. So, you know,
yeah, that's what he wanted.
So brilliant.
That's what you hear.
Yes, yeah, so brilliant to pick that up.
Yeah. So how did well, my family's from the Middle East, so I know the snide comment with the one that's a little more educated than the other one and how they treat each other. So, you know, I'm used to it myself. But when you write a story like this, what prompts you to write an MMA story, and not just an MMA story because that's the backdrop, but a redemptive story like this?
Yeah, thank you, RC, for having me on your show. And just a FYI, you're frozen a little bit, and you come on frozen. Anyway, okay. So just FYI. Yeah, I mean, the inspiration, it's very, very loosely based on my own personal story. And you know, I'm an artist, and I'm passionate about acting, and was looking for a launch vehicle for myself, because, like you said, Hollywood is not looking for me to be a lead in the movie. So I said, all right, I just have to, looks like I have to create my own, and that's what I did. And the story itself came from the inspiration of my own struggles. You're Middle Eastern, and everybody who comes new and without parent support. I came without parent support. I came as a student, didn't have money. Just struggle for years and years. Struggle for visa, struggle for finance, struggle for paying my rent. Then business failures. So all these failures and all these repeated challenges, I felt like, man, I've just been in a ring, just getting punched. And I use that as a metaphor for the inner fight we all go through to get to whatever we want to, whether we want a job or a house or a relationship. So everything is a challenge. And I took the most brutal sport, legal sport known to man, MMA, and I said, because that's what depicts what goes on inside a person. You could take some single mom from Alabama. She's going through a battle which is worse than an MMA ring with 3 kids, paying bills. And so that's the gist of the story.
Yeah, what I also like, especially with Taylor's character of Melissa, that she's being the supportive one for Jai, but we come to find out that her life isn't all sunshine and roses as well. You know, she has a bit of darkness in her life, but she's somehow managed to, I don't want to say cover it up, but been able to manage to pull through. And that's why it's easier for her to be a bit more of a support for Jai.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a few steps ahead of him, I suppose, in that arena. But you know, she's still, you know, with anyone who struggles overcoming addiction, there's sort of a fragile tether that connects them, you know, to that space or to that place in their life. And so I you know, I wanted to make sure that was you know, there, but also she's someone who very much is, you know, living with an open heart and in the present. And I think that, you know, really helped ground him and bring him out of the darkness that he was in.
The film is absolutely beautiful. You know, when you find out it's not a $30 million picture and it looks like it would be, it's even more exciting in that regard for the audience.
Yeah, and that credit goes to our director, Gustavo Martin. You know, our whole crew and production team, you know, they lit it beautifully. Our DP, Derek Fisher,
who won an award.
Who won an award, yes, for best cinematography at one of the festivals. You know, there's so much talent. You know, we filmed it in Chicago and a little bit in LA, and there's so much talent out there. And so it was really inspiring to work, you know, with such a great crew. And then to see it and how it turned out, it looks great and it sounds great. Like just everything, it just turned out really amazing. And Danny Trejo, and Falcone, and Andrew Gray, and it's such a, you know, we've been on the festival circuit and the screening circuit, and we have seen it multiple times. And for me, it just gets better every time that I see it.
Yeah, and now that we're getting a home release, it's even more exciting because people can finally get to watch it that isn't on the film festival circuit.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming out August 29th, which is tomorrow, Friday. Well, depending on when this airs. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. But Friday, August 29th, video on demand, streaming platforms. And select theaters, but it's, you know, there's something in it for everyone, and it's a family friendly movie. You know, you can watch it with your kids or your, you know, grandparents, and you don't have to cover anyone's eyes or ears. Yeah.
Vishy, since this was the project that launched you in the United States, give us the final word why we need to watch American Warrior this weekend.
Well, you know, it's a fun movie, number one, and it's a very emotional movie. Hey, everybody's going through challenges, and I believe that this movie gives hope. If you're looking for a second chance, if you're looking for redemption, wherever you might be, looking for some light, some hope. There are people who are watching this movie and just taking hope. Maybe I should just start training and getting in the ring. Or somebody watches and they say, "Oh, I want to connect with my family, estranged family." Whatever there is in it, there's something in it for everybody in the movie.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much for your time. American Warrior this weekend. Catch it when you can, but make sure to catch it. Thank you so much again.
Thank you,
See.